Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. I hope we're all doing well in this isolation crisis. I am going to be making a big batch of pie crust. I make it with vegetable shortening, so it is 100% vegan friendly. So we are making a large batch. So I will tell you how to make that, and then I'll also explain how you can break it down if you only want to make a couple of pies. Okay, here I've got 48 ounces of vegetable shortening. Now, to break that down, it's basically one of those really large cans that you can buy at the grocery store, the huge cans of shortening that they sell. It's 48 ounces. The whole can is in there. And I've got 11 and a third cups of flour and 10 teaspoons of salt for this type of batch. And now I'm going to be adding 20 tablespoons of ice cold water and 10 tablespoons of vinegar. You may need slightly larger amount of water, but I always start off with that amount because you don't want to put too much water, and you're just going to bring it together until it just forms big ball. And then I split it up, of course, and divide it into my, I believe this makes 17 single crusts, and freezes awesome. Wrap them up in cellophane and it freezes awesome. So we'll continue in a minute. So as you can see, the flour and shortening mixture looks very grainy. I've used my pastry mixer. You don't have one? Not a big deal. Use your hands, get right in there and just break up all that shortening and mix it with the flour, and it'll get like a pea-like consistency. So that's what we have here right now. So we're pretty much ready for our water. And another thing I would recommend is, once again, take off your rings if you're wearing rings, because that dough will get right inside of those rings and they'll be dirty. Okay, before we continue, let's break this down for you. So if you don't want to make 17 single pie crusts, you just want to make a double crust, you're going to need 1 1/3 cup sifted all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon salt, 3/4 of a cup of shortening, and 3 to 4 tablespoons of cold water. And you can actually substitute one of those tablespoons for a tablespoon of white vinegar. So that's pretty much it. So once again, once you get that crumbly consistency with the shortening and the flour and the salt, you can add your water and vinegar. And at this point, you want to get your hands in there. And once it starts to form a bit of a ball, you can dump it on a surface to continue putting it together. And then we'll cut it up into sections because I'm doing quite a few crusts. So as you can see, all the water and vinegar has been added. I've dumped it onto a floured surface, and you can see how nicely this is clumped together. So I'm just gonna press it together a little more and then section it off. As you can see, I've made this log as even as I could all the way across, so that I know I'm going to get some equal portions. Now to start cutting. Well, the best way to do this, cut it in half first, and just keep cutting it in halves. I know I've got an uneven number, 17, but we'll figure it out towards the end. You can make 16 and just have a little extra crust. So I might just do that because I like my crust to be a little thicker. So there we go, we have 16 pieces. So the reason I end up with 17 is because some of these pieces sometimes end up slightly bigger than others, so I can kind of steal from them and make an extra one. So that's that. So we're coming along nicely. As you can see, I'm just making these little pucks with the dough. And see, this piece is a little bigger, so I'm kind of stealing a pinch, and that's going to be my 17th pie crust. I'm just pressing these together into a disc. I'm not kneading them. You do not want to knead pie crust dough, because the less you do, the better. Just push it together. That one's still a little bit big, so I'm going to steal a little more. But you just keep doing that until you have them all done. Ooh, a little bit big. Steal from there. Haha. So that's it, we're all done. I've left 2 pie crusts out because I will be making a peach pie for my honey because it's his favorite. So stay tuned and maybe we can see what that looks like and how that turns out. Okay, we're back and we're going to just put together a pie quickly. And today it is peach pie. I've got my filling all ready to go in. Lovely peaches. So we've got our filling in, and now we're going to place our top crust on. So our top crust is on. We made a little slit in the top to allow for the steam to escape, and we're ready for the oven. Okay, pies are in the oven. Okay, so those pies are going to bake for approximately 35 to 40 minutes on 375. And we'll check in and see how they look in a little while. Okay, pies are all done out of the oven and they look delicious. Really? Take a picture. Thanks for watching, everyone, and be safe. See you next time. Bye.